Doing crimes, not one of them.
Up next, did the White House say no cocktail weenies for reporters who are meanies? Did reporters get snubbed for not being in Biden's fan club? True, it appears Biden uses a holiday event to tell reporters, get bent. Yeah. The White House is being called petty after snubbing some members of the press from their upcoming media holiday parties. With the way Joe Biden reacts around a mistletoe, I guess the fewer witnesses, the better. Who am I kidding? He doesn't need mistletoe. Whatever happened to that stuff? Anyway, several outlets critical of the administration were reportedly left off the invite list, including the New York Post, which famously broke the Hunter Biden laptop story. True, they're ignoring the Post like it was Hunter Biden's love child. I haven't seen a snub this bad since I had security remove Taylor Swift from my front yard. The thing she left on my veranda was disgusting. She hates as deeply as she loves. One journalist who chose to remain anonymous because he's ugly said, it's the reason, let's be honest, quote, "This guest list is an example of how the White House is kind of taking punitive measures against journalists that are simply doing their job." And then another said, "Engaging in petty partisan holiday invites is a sign of weakness, not strength." To which Hunter replied, "Parmesan holiday? Who has Parmesan?" Let's turn to his father. Joe, what say you?
Hey, look, it's my party, and I'll invite who I want to. Come on, dog. I can't let my hair down and enjoy the Yuletide cheer if I'm worried about running into some Fox News reporter under the mistletoe, all right? If I'm trying to sing Baby It's Cold Outside with Yamiche Alcindor, I don't need Peter Ducey roasting my chestnuts over an open fire, okay? So I wish you and yours all the best as Jill and all our loved ones prepare for the most solemn and important holiday of the year, the annual commemoration of January 6th.
Cat?
Yeah.
I want to sympathize, but I have a problem with people who whine about not being invited to parties. Why would you want to go if you are not invited? I mean, like, for example, Guy Benson throws a Christmas party, right?
Yeah,
I'm not invited.
He's mad.
I'm not invited. Of course, he's been on the show a dozen times, right? I think he might have been scheduled to be on tomorrow.
No, I think it's really horrible that they're not inviting everyone to their party, because isn't that what kept happening to Jesus on the original Christmas?
Yes, that's true. I don't think it is, but yes.
Yeah. No, it was. They were like, we have Jesus. We need somewhere to go to sleep. And they were like, no Jesus here, right?
But was Jesus writing an expose on the laptop?
I mean, what if he was?
I don't know.
I think it would be an honor as a member of the press to not be invited. If there was a list of people who are not getting invited for being critical of the government, and I wasn't on that list, I would be very disappointed in myself.
That is actually a really good point.
I would, if that was the criteria, I wouldn't be one to invite any government Christmas party ever.
We're not. Fox doesn't win any major network awards for that primary reason, and we're awesome. It's just that, like, we just piss off everybody.
Exactly.
We piss off. I have yet to be nominated for an Oscar, Chadwick.
I find that very hard to believe.
Yeah, but doesn't this
You had
kind
a Tony, though, didn't you?
What?
You had a Tony.
I did have a Tony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
It's
the
a
back
Tony-
of a pizzeria. Yeah, those were the days. Cleaned up my accents then, Chadwick. I wish you wouldn't bring that up. But it does tell you how thirsty the press is, in a way, that they count their invites.
Yeah, that was exactly my thought.
Yeah.
And also, well, this administration that claims to be so transparent and open and love a free press, thank God none of them try to buy Twitter, because they'd be getting investigated right now,
Yeah.
by the administration. But my response exactly was, and first of all, another reason why people don't like the media is because they watch you going to the Christmas parties of the people you're supposed to be covering, hobnobbing around like you're all office friends, and then we don't get invited, you're butthurt about it.
Yes, exactly. This is why I hated the correspondence dinner, Jimmy, because you would go and you just see everybody piling up in their stinky urine-soaked tuxedos.
Let me jump in, because I was there last year.
Of course you
and
did.
Stick with me, and you need to go again, because it's totally different. Because there's a thing about the correspondence dinner, okay? As Fox News, we're outnumbered in that room like 300 to 1.
Yeah.
But we're kicking everybody's ass in the ratings. So it's so badass to walk in there. It's really badass. Like, we walk in there, and it's just a giant middle finger as far as the eye can see, and it was fun. We had a good time. The Biden thing, this is where you feel for the journalists, though. Traditionally, it's a big deal, okay, to get invited to the White House. You stand next to the Christmas tree. You have Joe Biden, the President of the United States, put his arm around you and wish you a happy Easter. That's a... And they're all going to miss out on that benchmark. But you know why a lot of them are mad, too, is if you realize, like, deep down, he's only president because they killed the Hunter Biden laptop story. If there was anybody who deserves an invite to this bash, it's those people who dove on the landmine.
Well, I'm sure this has got to be New York Post guys, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because the anonymous sources from the New York Post come out.
Yeah, who's diming him out. But he should. I mean, that's the whole scam of the whole thing. But the only other takeaway I have is any reporter complaining is definitely under 40.
Yeah.
Because if you're over 40, someone canceling plans is the greatest thing.
It's so true. It is so true. It's like, who is whining about this? No. Martha, the other thing, well, Jimmy kind of hits on it, which is kind of surprising. But the fact that, like, a lot of these journalists, they kind of, like, got into this business for this. It's like they get paid crappy, so they like the free drinks, they like to hobnob with famous people.
So I'm just being kind of quiet over here.
Yeah. Did you get invited?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, girl. Look at that. She just gave us the mean girl look.
So, but you know what? I just want to say this, because the original premise of this party was that it's like, you know, it's kind of like when both sides had a truce on Christmas Eve in World War I. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be all about, you know, look, let's leave everything to the side and everyone does their work, which we do here, I think, extremely well. I've had many contentious interviews with members of the White House.
So you're going
staff,
to the party?
And
you're going to the party?
Yes, because I think that's
Sell
the point.
out.
Yeah, but were you invited to Guy Benson's party?
Yes.
And she said no. She said no. Which you should have said. No.
Well, but I've invited Guy. Yes.
All right, we got to move on.
I'll report back.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not going to listen.
Sorry, I'm going to bring the entire New York Post as my guest.
That would be funny.
That would be good.